Stream's on.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream of Super Robot Wars Z3. Sorry about yesterday, we had some slight difficulties here and didn't wind up streaming. But we're back again today here to continue on as we're just 5 or 6 chapters from the end here. So, when we last left off, Z-Blue had gone on a pretty crazy trip the past few days. They went out to space to fight the Demon Lord of Space. They fought on Altair and defeated the Supreme Commander. They've beat the Shadow Angels. They've beaten the Mycenaean gods. A good number of threats to Earth have been dealt with at this point. Perfect. But there's still more stuff to come, as Axis has begun accelerating towards Earth, and we're all pretty beat up. So at this point in time, Z-Blue is heading off to Merida Island to quickly try and do whatever emergency repairs they can get done before heading out to space. It's not going to be pretty, but it's what we can do. So,
Just getting my few remaining.
up to 80.
Zeus, since we just got him. But he'll probably at least be used in the final stages. Just a bit of money.
Just a bit. Zeus has HP and energy restore large now.
Yeah, that makes him better.
Yeah.
The
Hi,
biggest
Claire.
weapon.
Let's see, anything else that is particularly important here to know? Dwathadadanan.
Yeah.
We
We got the Dwathadadanan.
Yes, it is going to be a permanent member of our party now. Look at how little money you have left. +1 movement, and all weapons gain 300 attack.
But I'm still not broke.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the important bit.
For now, you are not broke.
It's the weapons. Weapons just cost so much.
Yep.
There we go, that should be good.
Alright, so, now to the D-Trader, I bet we've got a lot of stuff to do. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Michel. Thank you, AG. However, it seems as if you still need to polish up your sniping skills a bit, do you not? I guess so. After all, I'd like to be the sort of person who can get 100 shots, 100 kills, whether beyond my enemies or cute girls. However, Master Michel, please remember that the greatest enemy a sniper can have is his own heart. No, not his own heart. It's his own mind. Let's go with that. It is precisely when you believe you are aiming at an easy target, yet or one which you are perfectly confident that you can hit, that you must remember that. What's wrong, AG? You're acting pretty serious here today. How long can two childhood friends truly be together? Allow me to ask you that, as a present upon your reaching an ace. I understand, AG. After all, well, it is probably a good idea every once in a while to remember my first target. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Boss. Yeah! Be sure to watch The Manly Boss! Yes. Yes, Z-Blue's #1 gag maker, comedian, jokester. To think that you, Master Boss, would truly become an ace. Wait a minute. Who's saying those sorts of things about me? Who, you ask? Is it not me? Oh, come on! You're just a member of the support staff. What right have you got to be saying that about me? I wonder. After all, I do think of myself as one of your allies, do I not? That's the thing I hate the most. Yes, they are allies because they are both joke characters. Sure. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Zeus. What might be troubling you? No. I was merely wondering what sort of creature you are. Creature? Sir, I am a robot. And what difference is there do you have from me, who has a body made of iron? When you put it that way, I suppose you might be correct. And so that is how things are. You and I are similar creatures. Let us fight for justice together. If the Olympian god of light says so. Oh, I had never actually thought about doing that before. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Miss Claire. Thank you, AG. I will keep this a secret, but how old are you, Miss Claire? How rude of a robot are you to ask a lady her age? No, this was simply my curiosity. I have some chocolate donuts here prepared for you. Would you like them? I suppose I have no choice. Today is special after all. My age is... Are you serious? Whether you believe it or not is all up to you. Ooh, and I trust you won't be telling anyone else about this. Yes. After all, even if I told anyone, I do not think they would believe me.
After all, she is...
Probably immortal?
probably a vampire.
Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Miss Mix. Stop right there, AG. I won't let you get any closer to me. Oh? After all, with the way you are, you're going to say something about Pig Bang or Holstein or something like that, aren't you? You wound me, Miss Mix. I simply wish to congratulate you on becoming an ace. AG? No. It is alright. I understand. It is all because of the way I've acted up until this point. I'm sorry, AG. Thanks to my father, I can't really trust any guys. No, it is alright, Miss Mix. After all, you've accepted that fact and are attempting to change, are you not? But even so... Oh, I won't stop with just that. Well then, Miss Mix. Mix, if that's the case, please allow me to cry into your chest here! That is what you were aiming for! Of course. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Jin. AG, huh? Please, stop looking at me like that. Like you wish to dismantle me. Yeah. After all, as a celebration here, I'd specially prepared a disc of Alicia's singing for you. It's fine. I've already graduated from being one of Alicia's fans. What do you mean by that?
Those are angry eyes.
Because you have a waifu in the real world, you no longer need to immerse yourself in the virtual? Is that what you are saying? Alright, I understand. And since you've finally gone ahead and broken that flag of yours and been able to survive, enjoy yourself today!
That was unexpected.
I mean, you know AG knows the way things are supposed to be.
Yeah.
He knows Jin's supposed to be dead. He knows Shrade is supposed to be dead. He knows there are several other people who probably should be dead and yet are still here somehow. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Kagura. AG, huh? Although I don't think anyone would be happy to be thanked by you. No, now, please do not say that. After all, well, since you haven't been here before, why don't you try to figure out what scent I have? How is it? Are you not going to say something like it's the most disgusting thing I've ever smelled? I mean, I'm not sure how to say it, but I can't even understand that scent. What on earth are you? Ha ha ha. Even I do not truly understand. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Miss Tessa. Thank you, Heichi.
Why are you repeating that?
What is wrong, Miss Tessa? You seem to be incredibly on guard. Oh no. I was just speaking through so I didn't notice it. Eiji is not calling her Tessa-sama like she calls everyone else. It's Tessa-tama.
Okay.
That's not something that can really be translated well.
Isn't that sort of like what you'd call cat or...
Like, it's a pet name. Let's just go with that. Can I please ask you to stop that? I sincerely apologize. But calling you Miss Tessa is a little bit difficult, because Tessa-sama. The repeated saws. If that's truly the case, then you don't have to push yourself like that and could be a bit more serious. Oh, understood. Well then, I shall call you Tessa-tan. Congratulations, Tessa-tan! That one is definitely out! Even more pet names. Eiji, you are playing with fire. Remember, she's the captain of a heavily armed force.
And as someone who has threatened to throw Sosuke in a nuclear reactor twice.
Yep. So you are Eiji, I have heard about you from Koji. Could it be that you are... Master Zeus? In the past, you may have been one of the Olympian gods, but right now, you are but a new member of Z-Blue. To intrude on the former member's privacy is a rather indelicate matter, is it not? I suppose you are correct. In order to extend the length of time I'm able to be in this world, even by a minute, even by a second longer, whenever fights are not occurring, I shall be resting in the hangar. Oh? But how can you... Both as enormous as you are, how are you even able to fit in there? Did you say something? No, nothing at all, nothing now! I didn't say anything impolite in the slightest! Very well. I do not intend to cause unnecessary strife. I simply trust that humanity shall be able to carve a path to their own future. Well then, until the time that we may fight again, I shall return to my rest. Hiji? What is it, Mr. Zune? What were you doing in Paradigm City? You ask what? Back when we were fighting, I heard from Mr. Asinade that you were out the whole time. Were you trying to track down the Geminis on your own? Since it has been discovered, I suppose there is no choice. After all, well, even I wish to know the secret behind Godlight's Geminia and the Genian's resemblance. Did you find anything out? No. I was unable to locate the Geminis. And I had more than enough trouble simply attempting to escape from the Big Venus. I heard from Hibiki that the two of you met with Godlight. Well, what happened? Enolata said that he and Hibiki were similar. And to be honest, I feel the same here. You're saying that that laughing drunkard and the taciturn Hibiki are similar? I can't exactly say it really well. It almost feels like their hearts are the same. And how would that be? Hiji? After all, we do not know the circumstances behind the Geminis. However, it is true that they are the worst kind of scum who have been causing wars all across the Earth. And that is not all. They are, in addition, Mr. Hibiki's enemies due to his family, are they not? If you try to sow sympathy to enemies such as those, it will be you and Mr. Hibiki who are the ones that die. I guess you're right. It's just like you've said. So long as you understand, that is more than enough. As always, I shall pray for the two of yours success and safety. Thanks, Eiji. Well then. Let's try and change the mood here and get going. Today as well. Let's get to selling. That is right, Miss Suzune. The Genian must defeat the Geminia. Mega Booster.
Sure. Grab it. Won't equip it here, but...
And a thruster module.
Might as well take that.
Alright.
Let's go.
It is now October 27th. But a scant few days remaining before it is announced to the world that time is freezing. Mithril Far East Headquarters, Commander's Office. So in the end, we're heading into November without having any hint of where that singularity is. Both Mithril and the Preventers have launched every investigation we could, but haven't found a single lead. In order to create the sort of dimensional quake that would be able to break through it, Cheryl Gnome and Ranka Lee have been cooperating with Professor Tria here. But even if they are able to temporarily shake the dimensional boundaries, it seems as if repairing the dimension will be impossible without the singularity. Have you been able to get into contact with Advent? He said that he was moving on his own here. We did receive a slight bit of information, but...
it seems that the key to repairing the dimension is still that singularity. Yeah. And we haven't been able to do anything with the information Hibiki got from Godlight either. Someone that we know is the singularity,
Let's see. We had thought that Prince Gura might be it, but after the fight with the Demon Lord of Space, it's been certain that isn't. And so he is not capable of being someone who is able to manipulate the entire fate of the world. Don't tell me.
You think that singularity is somewhere in Z-Blue?
We can't say that that's impossible, but if that's the case... then it seems likely that that person would have some sort of special reaction occurring here. So it seems rather unlikely.
And in addition, even if we do locate the singularity, that won't necessarily mean we'll have everything we need in order to carry out the dimensional recovery.
Of course. The physical key that we'd need. The major singularity. We don't have any idea what that would be either. But even so long as Z-Blue continues to fight, I'm certain we'll have a chance.
I think you're kind of just trying to push us along here. No, that's not quite right. After all, so long as we continue to fight, there will always be a final chance available.
A final chance?
Since the dimensional repair has proved difficult to impossible, we'll need to continue fighting, track down and defeat the Geminis, and find the way from them to break this prison.
But we've got no clue what's going on with them, do we?
But that is precisely why. After all, for the Geminis who desire humanity's extinction, we, who've pressed through and defeated many threats, are the largest source of stress they have.
You are right about that.
From what Suzune and Hibiki said, that the fact that Axis is advancing means that the Geminis will likely infiltrate to try and deal with it.
But didn't Godlight Mansum say that he was going to hide himself away until the Eternity Flat occurred?
But even so, back when Hibiki met Godlight in Paradigm City, he said that he felt something burning away behind his cold expression.
Are you saying that even though he says that he's just going to sit back and enjoy it, it's highly likely that he'll want to deal the finishing blow with his own hands?
That's my guess.
After all,
well, that man seems as if he's put up a large wall around his heart.
I felt the same way. After all, well, with exquisite calculations, he was trying to plunge the Earthen colonies into war. But he still wound up showing himself before us here.
thought the fact that he showed us his full strength at the start there was a mistake of his. It could be that it was more interesting than we'd thought. Are you saying that the balance in his own heart may have been breaking? And so that's why he's been moving on his own rather than simply sitting back and watching?
Exactly right. It truly is human of him, don't you think? So do you think... So it seems that he'll come and try to see the end of humanity's war with his own eyes. So does that mean that Z-Blue's existence is going to be bait for him? But at the same time, we need to be careful about Chrono. And also... But even so, if we make a mistake here, we may have to take on both Neozeon and the Geminis at the same point in time. If that happens... no matter how much he may want to show himself, it's highly unlikely he'll show himself for a losing fight. He is truly strong. More so than we could have imagined. At this point in time, all we have are possibilities here. For now, we need to focus on doing everything we can to stop Neozeon. Exactly right. After all, well, unless we can win against Char's Noble here, we'll have no chance of being able to fight the Gemini. After all, he's the one who broke our ceasefire we had. Do you have any ideas about the whereabouts of the Federation fleet? You don't see any large-scale movements. And it looks like they're waiting for us to make our move. Yeah, so in the end, despite the fact they want to take all the glory, they're leaving everything up to Z-Blue, huh? After all, the fleet that General Sagas has been leading had nothing but a string of losses against Neozeon up to this point. If I was to say it another way, what he has at his disposal right now is the final remains that the Earth's centricists were able to scrounge up. Char. While we were fighting against the enemies of humanity, he was dealing with them, huh? Was this also a part of his calculations? But even so, Z-Blue's taken some serious damage here. We can't go up to space immediately. We've secured a docking location on Leyte Island near Indonesia in order to carry out repairs. The Dedanan will carry the mobile squadrons over to there. At the very least, we need to get them to space as soon as possible. Understood. Good. After they head up to space, I'll meet up with the Londo Bell's flagship, and we'll all head towards Axis. It's almost time to take on Neozeon head-on. Since they finally started moving Axis, I guess that means they're ready to fight. Char. From what I'd heard from Muro, you should have known that following the path of war was pointless here. So why would someone as talented as you do something so stupid as this? With the way things are right now, we'll carry out repairs on as many units as we can in the Tuatha De Danan's hangar and head towards Indonesia. Yeah, work on the way, huh? Don't you think things have been a bit tough ever since we got to October? Well, it is true we don't have many supplies left. No, what he said is, as we're nearing the deadline, we have lots of overtime racking up. Yeah. Don't compare us mercenaries and you salarymen. I mean, come on. After all, if you're working and get paid for it, doesn't that mean that even you mercenaries are salarymen in a way? Yeah, after all. Both Public Relations Division 2 and Mithril are putting their lives on the line for their job. I think you guys are just weird. This is your loss here, Kurtz. Kurtz, if you're upset, why don't you go up to the captain to give you some overtime pay? And I'll ask for a special bonus, too.
How are you all acting so calm here right before our final fight with Neo Zeon?
After all, if we didn't blow off steam like this, there's no way we'd be able to keep going, right? It's almost November. If we make a mistake, we'll have to fight Neo Zeon while the Eternity Flat presentation is ongoing. Oh well, if the Federation loses, then everything's gonna go to hell, isn't it? Even if we say it, it's not as if we could just sit back and ignore it, though. After all, I'm pretty sure there's some people who've already started to realize across the world that things are off. But even so, with the Prison of Times announced, things are probably going to get turned into a panic. And at the same time, people learn about the natural enemies of humanity, the Ball. At that time, humanity's going to have to make a choice. Do we choose an unending death in the Eternity Flat, or a head-on clash against the Ball? But even if we say that, since we haven't found the singularity points or the Geminis, looks like we're headed straight for the Eternity Flat, doesn't it? What awaits us is a time which never changes. And all that waits ahead of that is despair and extinction. That's not like you, Sosuke. You shouldn't say stuff like that.
Chidori? Why are you here?
Oh? Didn't you hear? I've been helping out with the repairs on the Tuatha De Danann in Merida Island.
Wait, you're helping repair and remodel the Danann?
Come to think of it, it did look like the bulkheads had changed along the way.
Leaving that alone, why are you on the Danann when we're heading to Indonesia? We're in the middle of an operation right now. If there's a major mistake, it's highly likely we'll be attacked by enemies as well.
Captain Tessa already explained all that to me.
Then why?
Because I want to be with you. Is that not good enough for you?
With everyone in the volunteer club?
Ooh. Whoa. Yunakagi was able to understand that.
The tactic turn sergeant. Is there something wrong with his head?
Not just... I'd say there's more than a little wrong with him. He's got quite a few screws loose. Sosuke.
I'm sorry. It would seem as if I said something strange.
It's fine. It's good to know that you at least never change, Sosuke. But even so, Kaname. Yeah, I can understand you're wanting to be here, but you know it's going to be dangerous, right? I've already prepared myself. After all, is it the entire world in a dangerous state at this point? I guess you're right about that. Yeah, Axis is falling, and if it manages to hit Earth, the entire planet will become a wasteland.
Huh? Axis falling on Earth? Where did you hear that? Chidori, where did you...
Where did I... come to think of it, where did I hear that Axis was going to fall on Earth? What's happening here? I mean, it seems like it was just some sort of mistake on Chidori's part.
Don't tell me. Is this due to our whispered powers?
Because all we've heard at this point is Axis is accelerating towards Earth. I mean, could be that, it's just their main base. They want to have it in orbit. But no. Power of the Black History.
According to what Major Cullinan said, the whispered abilities allow them to draw out knowledge that they should not be able to possess. But even so, I hadn't heard that they would be able to make prophecies or predictions.
Sosuke?
I'm certain that you're just tired here, Chidori. You should rest a while.
You might be right. I probably ought to head back to my room. Can you take me there?
Yes.
Did you hear that, Captain Amuro?
Yeah.
Charizard tried to drop a fifth Luna on the Earth before, didn't he? If he's moving Axis closer to Earth so he can drop it on the planet, then...
Don't tell me. That's the reason for the lights we saw outside the domes of Paradigm City?
What's wrong, Hibiki?
Catlight said that the singularity was someone that we knew. Future that we don't know. Oh. Something possibility that's been lost in a time that's stopped. In other words, the person that's responsible for all of that is... No, the person who was able to see all of that. You're saying Miss Kaname is the singularity? Captain Muro, we had to talk about Miss Kaname to the captains. Captain Muro? Oh, right. I'll be sure to let Captain Bright know. But if what I'm thinking right now is correct, then that would explain everything. But... Chapter 55. Fly to space.
To space. But this is not.
Looks like everything has been going well up until now.
If we continue at this pace, we should reach the island within 3 hours.
However, I doubt that Neo Zeon will leave us alone here.
I have a feeling that the flag battleships of Z Blue which left Marid Island late ought to be able to draw their fire.
But we need to worry about Amalgam here still.
How many units are going to be able to be used?
Up until this point in time, they've been fighting against Neo Zeon. Or full frontal.
No. They've been supported by Neo Zeon, rather full frontal.
In addition, they've also been connected to the Geminis here.
Neo Zeon is full frontal, Amalgam, the Geminis. I see. Regardless of which enemy group it is, every member that's related to Amalgam has reasons to be enemies with Z Blue and Mithril.
I doubt they'll let this chance go by.
Hark, I hear alarms.
Give a situation report.
We confirmed from Zeonic mobile suits, Zeonic aquatic suits ahead. They did come.
The Gox.
Looks as if they were able to notice us, huh?
What shall we do, Captain?
Can't afford to spend excess time here. We'll try and break through with the battleship alone.
Aye, aye, ma'am. All units, prepare for combat!
Mr. Sakura, everyone, no matter what, we have to get you to space.
Destroy all enemies. Don't let the battleship die. Hi, Paw. You weren't exactly visible.
Come here to me. Here we go. One paw.
He's a good cat. To start with, yes. Remember you have hidden away. Is that the only one that will work?
Yeah, everything's out of range.
Ah, right. Because most of its weapons don't work underwater. Captain.
I understand. Our enemy's main target is only to slow us down. So that's why we need to be able to break through here as fast as possible.
Hi, ma'am. Every member of this crew will give everything we've got.
But even so, we have to prepare in case that happens.
Launch the madcaps.
Did I upgrade?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, the Twathodon's actually pretty good.
Just you can never tell if you've used it or not.
Because it's gray. It is very gray. I mean, the Dodonan's pretty much able to take all these out on its own. Something like that? It's almost like they're looking down on us.
Can't underestimate them though, Mr. Mardukas. Since you're choosing to wage a war here, that means that you are our enemies.
Really, this battleship should have stupid high evasion.
Because underwater and submarine?
No, because in series it has ridiculously high evasion.
I mean, it's got
A mobility of 140. No, 110? I thought I saw 140 there.
And also, really, it Really, it should have 3 pilots.
I'm certain it probably will in the next game.
Where the Leviathan will show up. It's nice to actually get to Invisible Victory. You don't like CGI mechs, right?
It depends. I mean, I'm fine with it, but the thing is, I have to give props to most Gundam series for not going full 3D CG on their mechs and having them look mostly 2D. Because that's just mostly died out by this point in time.
Yeah. Full hand animation isn't even a thing really anymore. Not even Disney does that. Macross, I 100% understand having 3D CG.
It's too close.
They transform like 80% of the time.
Yeah. And I mean, that's fine. Our enemy units are closing in! Hurry with evasions! Came at us with a suicide attack? Palace strike has been damaged. We'll do what we can to salvage it. We have no choice. Vitan will rise for near-surface combat. We'll go ahead and launch the mobile units from there. Aye, ma'am. Titanen. Quick rise. Launch your 15 squads. Remember the ones you were deliberately avoiding. And remember the people who cannot swim. Or fly. They can fly.
They can fly.
They can fly. They can fly. They can fly.
They should be able to fly. They can't immediately fly. They can fly.
They can fly. They can
They
fly.
should fly.
They cannot fly. Because the Kshatriya is not capable of,
Flight.
not innately capable of flight. Yeah, that's probably, a decent spot. Considering that Sosuke's probably going to be dropped there.
Oh yeah, Sosuke's definitely going to be right there.
So.
Yeah, looks good. Yep.
We'll support the Tuatha from this point. Sergeant. And more enemies are approaching the combat area. What? This doesn't look like a map we've seen before, and ouch. Well done, Zeon. Looks like you were able to draw him out. Gavron, you're alive? Hey, Kasim. That turnabout at the port was incredible, wasn't it? I really couldn't kill you with just that, could I? And so I've come here once more to take care of you. Sure, enemies are Malcolm's special units. They've got a lot of lambda driver equipped guys. Even those giant arm slaves? They're fighting alongside Neo Zeon to bring us out here, huh? And to top it off, it looks like Firebug and that idiot trio are back. What are they... Even at a time like this, they're pestering us? Since this has happened so many times, you've become used to it, haven't you, Chiriko? Just ignoring the irritating thugs, huh? We gotta try and learn from him, don't you think? Is what they're saying, bro. That's precisely why I hate him. I understand that, Beck. Today, we'll be sure to take them down! Ever since we lost our princess, we've just had a series of problems one after another. Things only got worse after we got picked up by those three. They're gods of doom! If only our new princess was here. Get a hold of yourself, Mr. Gates. After all, since you've left this society, remember that I'm the one who picked you up. How dare you look down on me like that? Let's see. How dare you do that after what happened in Hong Kong? What I did there was something that Mr. AG had planned. No, 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 no! Oh, there's no way I'll accept this. I hate this life. If you're fed up with the way things are, then why don't you just go crawling back to Amalgam? Quit joking. After all, Gates. I'm happy with my life here. The most important thing in this world, that is freedom! Freedom not to be imprisoned by anyone! Viva freedom! What a weirdo, says the pilot of the Freedom. But be careful. He is skilled. Let's go then, Kasim, and all you rest of Z-Blue. This'll be our final fight! Exactly what we wanted, Garon. Today we'll be sure to put an end to you. Destroy all enemies. Don't let Sosuke die. Don't let your battleship die. Defeat Garon, Gates, Beck, and Kanyu all in the same turn. All of them except Garon retreat below 10,000 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, and the enemy turn. So they've got a lot of lambda driver equipped units there. Ouch.
You do have a hit all, but it won't work there. What do you mean, ouch? These won't be able to harm them?
No, it's that the EM daggers have a will down effect.
That's only if they actually deal damage, though.
Looks like it.
Of course, that also won't kill.
Those hit chances are,
You know what? I'm just gonna... just guard that one.
After all, you don't have a turn limit on this. Just kill them all in
The same turn.
the shadows with their monomolecular cutters. Getting some nice softening up going on.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you got plenty of fin funnels. We have to get up to space as soon as we can. If my guess is right, then he's...
Right, back to what we were talking about. 3D CG.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm perfectly fine with 3D CG for mechs and monsters and things.
Looks like the mighty celestial being has fallen, huh?
I just hate the full 3D CG animes. I have not seen a single one that makes me go, yeah, that looks really good.
Land of the Lustrous is all I have to say.
I've not actually seen that one.
Because you hated it, you couldn't stand to watch the 3D CG, even though it's actually quite good.
I think that was the colors.
I will adjust that a bit. Hopefully bring you into the scene more. So...
I have migraines.
Yeah.
Which makes some things really much a nightmare to look at.
Yeah, the thing is, I really think that the main reason that Land of the Lustrous works so well as 3D CG is because they aren't human. They do not have to try and be human. So, they're able to make something that actually looks good without having to pay attention to the uncanny valley, really. So, that's my personal thought on the matter. Am I wrong? Quite possibly, but that's what I thought about the show.
I think the big problem with most 3D CG is...
that it's sort of produced cheaply.
Yeah, it's produced on the cheap. Land of the Lustrous...
was not.
I've heard so much good stuff about it. It probably was produced for a fair bit. Alright, that's all those active.
But yeah, I mean, part of the other thing about 3D CG is that it really makes things kind of feel weird and other. Which is why it's good for giant robots, because they're not supposed to be an ordinary, everyday sort of thing.
Or when you're trying to show off weird monsters from the moon or whatnot. Those also work pretty well like that.
Weird monsters from the moon. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was going to say underwater.
I still trust this. Oh, come on. Oh well.
Power of water, man.
My trust was betrayed. I know roughly the damage all my attacks will do.
And it was fairly close.
It's within a margin of about 200 points. In most cases. Okay, I need to actually check. 30,000...
2 red ones. 47,000. 54,000. And... back.
And
41,000.
But who cares about back? So I need to get Shiroko to attack Kanyu, was it?
Yes, Chiriko needs to fight Kanyu, and Roger needs to fight back. Or 100 Z-chips. I would say, don't worry about the SR point, but do check each of the enemies.
Why?
See if they've got any parts on them.
Nope. Nope. And no.
Okay, so yeah. You're gonna have to kill Gauron anyway.
Let's see, how many SR points do I have? Okay, I physically...
Cannot.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, you physically cannot get the
Alright, so
platinum
SR point is not a
trophy,
worry.
so yeah, don't bother with it.
Yeah, I think
Plasma, give
it'll definitely kill that.
Yeah. This is the end for you!
Post-movement attack.
Press a button, and it fires up.
Okay. That did significantly better than I was expecting.
Remember, you've got a size advantage by a substantial amount. Because, remember that all arm slaves are size S. Big O! It's time for action! Wait a minute! You're supposed to be a negotiator, aren't you? Why are you going to force immediately? We're in a hurry here. Here. And besides, I already know that it's a waste of time to try reasoning with someone like you who won't even listen to my words. After all, did you really ever... have you ever listened to what I've said back? Not at all! Well, and that's precisely why we're doing this. If that's the case, I won't hold back and just keep on going here. Come on, please hold back at least a little! Poor Beck. Poor Beck. Ah, our armor's in tatters, dude!
So I have to wonder... Would you do... I'm not sure what the term is. Build fighters. If build fighters system was real, would you do it?
So, if build divers was real,
Oh, if
hell
build
yes.
divers was real, everyone
Fighters, I don't think I'd have the money. Because the thing is, whenever they get beat up in a match, they actually get beat up and you have to spend time repairing them.
I have to imagine that in that universe you can buy parts rather than... You can buy a lot more ABS plastic for molding and other things.
But even so, I do not think there's any way in hell we would have enough money to be able to actually do that.
Oh,
It'd be totally awesome, but...
As I just look at my damaged Gunpla. They're damaged without doing it. The joys of cats.
I would say a vast majority of your damage is not due to cats, though. It's due to you.
My Hainu lost several bits thanks to Claire eating them. It lost the purple headpiece because Claire ate it.
So you claim.
I watched her eat it.
I personally doubt this, but... Amalgam.
I don't think we've seen this enemy type.
Yep, it's a new type of Plan 1055 or whatever.
Just the usual.
Yeah.
Usual spam.
More spam bots.
I actually like the colors of this.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It's got gun blades.
So it does.
Gun blades are cool in my opinion.
So, if build divers were real, which they are working on the system supposedly, they've shown that they can at least scan a Gundam, and then sort of simulate it in versus style.
Yeah, that's build divers, not build fighters.
I thought I said build divers.
Yeah, you said build fighters originally. Which is why I said no, because build fighters you're constantly getting beat up. Yeah. Build diver style, certainly.
What would you try to do? Build diver style. Like, what would your base unit be?
I would have enough trouble just getting one put together well enough to be semi-serviceable.
I mean, I love the idea that... Right, you haven't seen the original build divers at all.
No, I did see, like, the first episode.
The wonderful bit in the first episode of decals and painting, its performance is based on how well you build it. And also, painting and adding decals increases its ability. However, painting it entirely red will not make it go 3 times faster.
That seems like a major developer oversight.
Otherwise, everything would be painted red.
No, no, no. It's because it goes 3 times faster at the expense of handling.
Nah, I think it'd probably be more likely to go just with Zaku types.
Xeon units only.
No, not just Xeon units only, like super weak ones. Zaku to Gelgoog.
The Gelgoog wasn't
Gelgoog is
super
actually
weak.
decent. But picture fighting a Iron-Blooded Orphans unit with a Gelgoog. My money's on the Iron-Blooded Orphans unit. Unless it's, that thing.
What thing?
One of the mobile workers.
Mobile workers have never been good. Even in the original Gundam. It's because they aren't weapons!
I mean, balls at least have a decent kill count in the Universal Century. By other people kicking them into things, but still.
As I think about the Gundam head ball. That was glorious, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The only reason that the Nightmare of Solomon escaped from the battle was that someone saw the Gundam head ball floating around and was like, the Gundam has been killed, so he's like, alright, so I can go elsewhere and deal with this stuff now. And he left the battlefield. So I'm pretty sure that was what happened with Anavel.
But just saying, in theory, if you had the time to try and consider, what would you try to make? What sort of style?
Good question.
Heavily armored? More DACA? Infinite DACA?
On the whole, I would honestly have to try things out until... Basically, what I would do is I would probably get myself, I'll say, a heavy arms, an Exia, and maybe a Kyrios. So I would... No, maybe. But yeah, definitely a heavy arms, definitely an Exia, and then something else so that I can have one that's heavy, one that is full firepower focus, one that's melee focus, one that's like full mobility focus, one that is full defense. so that I can just test out each type and see what I'm actually any good at. But knowing me, my reflexes tend not to be great, so I would probably go more heavily armored than speed.
Remember, there's still another option if you're bad at reflexes. The option of sniper type.
My hands aren't steady enough to do sniping.
I mean, I don't know how that would translate to.
It depends. I mean, if I'm going, Karadim style and have a Haro there for backup and precision, I mean, sure, that would work well. But yeah, I would think heavily armored is more the way to go for me.
Not full Psychomu?
Full Psychom.
I'm talking full Psychom, like Psycho Zaku style. I love the absurdity of the Psycho Zaku.
I would think that, theoretically, if I could have something, that would be...
Okay, yes, that one.
Chidori. Are you really the Singularity?
Alright.
What I would want, probably, is something like a full armor Thunderbolt with funnels. That would be sort of my ideal thing.
That sounds like hell.
So the point is, heavily armored, lots of shields, because often when I'm playing games, I tend to go for... Playing games with other people, I tend to go for more of a support role. So that way I can just sort of like have all these shields out, just like trundle along, drawing all the aggro I can while having funnels zip around to snipe things for me.
The reason I say that would be hell is for the simple reason of it's the full armor Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I'm not saying necessarily the full armor Thunderbolt, but something like that. Something where I can have
because the full
lots
armor,
of shield coverage.
The full armor Thunderbolt is not heavily armored. It's a
It
high
does have a
mobility
lot of
type.
shields.
It has a lot of shields, but it's high mobility type.
Alright, how about go with...
Full armor unicorn style.
Yes, full armor unicorn is very much the sort of thing I would want, but that would be difficult to pull off. Other than that, how about let's go, dual shield wielding GP02 with funnels. You've been rendered speechless by the mere thought of that, haven't you?
No, I was just picturing trying to pull the bazooka out of either.
Oh, I'm not using it for the bazooka at all.
Since, you know, that's why it's so heavily armored.
No,
It's mostly lead.
Yeah.
It's a massive, super cooled lead shield.
Yeah.
So it's just the idea of, you have twin shields. They're so heavy. How on earth are you going to pull anything?
That's why I have funnels as the main weapon. So I just have, you know, new fin funnel backpack, dual shields, just keep on trudging forward with the shields as the funnels zip about and pick things off.
I have to say, I'd probably want a double Zeta style.
Double Zeta?
Double Zeta style. Transforming type unit.
Okay.
For one simple reason. Open get.
You want the Tryon 3?
No, not specifically the Tryon 3, just the ability to split apart at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
And recombine. Seems like it could be exceptionally helpful. And the double Zeta is what I call heavy armor.
I see a vision of our princess.
The double Zeta is heavy armor and missiles galore. My one only has half the missiles.
Awakening acquired.
Have you seen the GP02's beam saber?
Maybe. Not much.
And where it's stored?
Not sure. I should look up the GP02 and see if the wiki page has that.
Where do you think it's stored?
I would think it would be somewhere on the backpack.
Nope.
Or in the shield.
Nope. Dialogue.
This we've gotten rid of all of the Axio burglars. Looks like they were having quite a tough time, huh? I know. At the very least, their persistence is top class, don't you think? They probably keep on coming back. Guess we really ought to finish things off to him, don't you think? Him. Yep. But I doubt he'd get any money from it, right?
It should be right on the waist.
Yes, I see the large spots for beam sabers.
It has very katana-like beam sabers. Graham Acre would be proud.
Graham Acre would be proud, huh? Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily want the GP02 because I don't particularly care for the GP02's design.
I love the fact that the GP project gives the one with the bazooka the most ominous face.
Yeah, sure. Great idea.
Why does this one look so much more ominous than the other ones? Oh, it has a nuke. We just need to make sure everyone was aware.
Yeah, make sure everyone knows immediately.
Alright, go ahead and shoot him, Chirico.
Jericho! Today I shall finally put an end to my fight with you! How many times have you said that before?
I...
If you're done talking, then let's go. Oh, wait a minute! I don't have time to listen to you here. When will you ever stop?
Just punch him. Going to have what?
The final bit of Votems that exists.
Phantom Arc?
No. Yes?
Or Chirico's Return, whatever?
Yeah, Chirico's Return. Phantom Arc is just before that. I believe.
I know that it has the, Wiseman in a tank.
Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. For a moment there, I thought you were saying Wiseman in a tank, as in the military vehicle.
Yes!
That's not from it!
Yeah, I'm not fully sure what it is, but there is a scene... I saw
Oh, no,
somewhere...
it's a battleship.
Yeah, Wiseman in, like, a Jawa sandcrawler type thing. That is the closest thing I can think of to describe what I remember seeing.
I know what you're talking about. That's them taking some... what's the word? Liberties.
Yeah.
To make things a bit easier on them. It just... I have to wonder if the green bubbles will show up.
You know, I just noticed that about Graham's Brave, but doesn't it look like the two chest bits should, like, pop off and be daggers?
Yeah, I don't know if it is.
I rather doubt it, but they look like they should be physical daggers.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to pilot the GP02, but I love the GP02's design, especially in manga form. It is so ominous in all of its shots.
Yeah, I definitely would have.
Gundam? I've always wanted to take out one of these!
Yes, if I was to have my own combat mech build diver style, I would either go... yeah, full armor shields with funnels, or I would go jack of all trades, bit of everything.
I know what I'd really want to do just for the... it seems so ridiculous.
What?
Sazabi with God Gundam. Just take a few parts of the God Gundam, you know.
Like the arm, like the fists,
The
forearms.
fists. Forearms, put Sazabi armor over it. Put the system in. I don't even know what the term for it is. The thing that lets it go into hyper mode.
Hyper mode Sazabi. And I mean, there's no problem with the Sazabi going hyper mode. I mean, Lieutenant Quattro uses a gold mech all the time, so no change at all. just thinking about that here. I was really thrown for a loop. Okay, Gundam Battle Operation 2 when they said the Type 100 has been added.
Type 100?
Yes.
Is it the Hyakushiki?
Yes, that's what Hyakushiki literally translates to.
Oh, yeah, but it's the Hyakushiki.
Yeah, I was like, the Type 100 has been added to the game. I was like, that's a fancy golden suit. It looks like a Hyakushiki type. And then I paused my mind and was like, wait a minute. Hyakushiki, that's literally Type 100, isn't it? Oh god.
Hyakushiki Kai, with its interesting head.
I mean, that's literally just what's, like, written on the shoulders. Oh yeah, the Hyakushiki. Oh god.
These hitchins don't look good.
Yates is shooting a Muro.
Go for it anyway.
Even if it's a Lambda driver equipped unit! Get going, Fin Funnels.
Yeah, I mean, as opposed to you, I like the high mobility type units as well.
That sounded fairly off-key to me, as Gitz was just singing Ave Maria.
God, they actually kept that.
Yes.
The first time you see him in Full Metal Panic, basically. Maybe the second time.
Yeah.
He's just singing Ave Maria horribly off-key.
You're just going to punch him?
Yeah, because I don't want him to go late. I don't want to deal more than 8,000 damage.
Huh. Still want to have a shot at that.
Yeah, I still want to at least try. If I don't get it, I'm not gonna, restart the stage.
Remember... Oh, you're just gonna go for that. Okay.
What?
I was going to say, remember that your other missiles can hit the stuff that's above water.
Yeah, but
yeah, there's not
there's
that
only
much to
one
hit.
team left.
So yeah, go ahead and just take out the Zgok.
Hiroto has the right idea with units.
Have one that's flexible enough to be able to do everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would like that. That's why I like the Strike and the Impulse. Yes, so double Zeta over Impulse, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not even a question.
I mean, the double Zeta bits definitely look like they fly better. But the Impulse Gundam has barriers, so it doesn't need to be as heavily armed.
But the Double Zeta has the best shield in existence. Does it not?
I honestly can't say I know that.
It's wings.
Okay.
Its wing binders are shields.
I was going to say that actually I'm just thinking about Cosmic Era suits versus Post-Calamity suits. Post-Calamity, is that what they call it? Orphans? Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I was thinking it was after Calamity, but that's encroaching on after Colony.
Okay, Google, what is Orphan's timeline?
The easiest timeline to remember, of course, the two easiest ones to remember are, of course, Universal Century.
It is the post-disaster.
Universal Century and Anno Domini.
Universal Century, Anno Domini, Cosmic Era. After Colony, after War.
I have no clue what G is.
G is whatever it wants to be.
Gundam Fight?
Probably not.
Gundam Fight Ready Go?
Let's see. G, Gundam, timeline. It is set in the future century.
Oh yeah, FC.
Timelines. Advanced Generation, After Colony, After War, Anno Domini, Build Fighters, Correct Century, Cosmic Era, Future Century, Mars Century, Most disaster, regular sentry, SD, universal sentry.
Oh, Mars Sentry has to be Steel 7. Crossbone.
No, it is a continuation of After Colony. That's what Frozen Teardrop takes place in.
Oh,
because
right.
of the difference in time between Mars and Earth. I'm actually kind of surprised by that, because I was thinking for sure that would be Age. No, Age has got to be Advanced Generation.
Yeah, Age is Advanced Generation. G-Reco is Regular Century.
Yeah, I know that, because that just sounds so hilarious to me. Just regular Century, it sounds so bright and happy and hopeful and probably not right at all.
Could you turn the light on? Just a little dark. You know, actually, maybe a flag would be good.
Flag?
Yeah.
No, a flag would not be good. You know why a flag would not be good, right?
Overflag, then.
Do those do it?
They transform. All flags do.
You don't know the thing about flags, though, right?
The fact they have solar generators?
No.
No? What?
Flags do transform, but they cannot transform. They can be transformed in a hangar, but they do not transform on their own outside of combat, or in combat. They have to be, physically put together and recombined, I believe. Clearly, by the time that we get to, the Braves here in the...
Yeah, possibly a Brave.
And, yeah, that would transform. That one transforms.
Brave
but...
slash Zeta. I like transforming units.
At least when they don't look stupid. Because some of them do look pretty stupid.
There are only two that I really dislike. I dislike the Methus, and I really dislike...
The Methus at least has the advantage of it's a full prototype.
Yeah, I can give it a pass, I just don't like it. On the other hand, I will give no such pass to the Gaza Seas.
Well, part of that's their gaudy color scheme as well.
Yeah.
They're bright pink and purple.
I don't think a different color scheme would save it, though.
The sleeve ones look far better. The dark green sleeve-colored Gazas look far better. I can tell you that for certain. Let's see.
Dialogue. No dialogue. Just him being crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now I've just got one turn to take down everyone.
There we go. Don't you think that looks much better?
Yeah, that looks better.
Yes, the sleeves Gaza Ds look far better in their standard green and dark green color scheme than the pinky Gazas. The pink and purple doesn't do it for me. Oops.
No. Not noobs.
What are you trying to pull?
I'm killing them all this turn.
I got used to fighting ATs during battling.
Oh, that's what you meant by oops.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fitting to give her the kill, but...
I can't go any further here!
Yep, I messed up because
That's
of that.
so. Then disappear. Remember this, Jigoku! Oh, remember this! Remember this!
Oh well.
What was that? Did he just get... Was he just repeating the same thing over and over there? I wonder if he was merely happy since he got a reaction out of Jigoku for the first time in a while. That might be.
Alright, well, time to fight
Jigoku.
everything with reckless abandon.
His next to bottom skill is Soul, if you want that. Gazas.
Oh, huh.
Yes. The, whatchamacallit, ammo up applies to it somehow. I don't know how
It didn't
that
on the
works.
previous. It didn't when we got it.
Yes, it's because of the... It's because you had already burned through it, I believe.
Let's see if this works. Flying final
Look like you
stage.
shouldn't get too cocky here. Now, take this one shot with everything we've got. It's time for the grand finale!
Roger the Negotiator.
Damn it! My robot! And with this play is at an end. Or perhaps with this, the curtain falls? Whatever, something like that. That's precisely why I didn't want to do this job! How unsightly, Beck. If you're really a pro, oh, then you make sure to carry out any job you're given until the very end. Oh, shut up already! My greatest misfortune was the fact that we ran into you again here, Roger Smith! Someday I'll be sure to show you my true strength! Until that day comes, don't you die on me! You run, bastard negotiator! How pitiful. Although it's not like that started today. Think that a thug like that would wish me well. Are you dissatisfied? Not particularly. Even though he may be nothing more than a villain who's been trotting at my heels this whole time. Just like me. He's someone who suffers the same curse of lost memories. Go on. A miracle has occurred at this point, so that would be an easy way of crushing him. Not gonna go for the Inazuma kick?
The thing is,
That way,
it's
Ozma
better to
won't.
do this. Because you get the support attack.
Yeah.
And it's only 300 points lost for 4,000 points gain.
Yeah. Alright, Ozma. Keep firing.
So the question is, do we want to do the next stage? Because it looks like the next two run into each other.
Let me see. Yes, the next two will definitely run into each other. But I'm not sure, how long they'll take. So, as always, I will leave this to you here. It doesn't seem like we have any watching here right now.
I think because those two look like they really should flow right into each other, stop. And I'm pretty sure the last 4 stages will mostly be done on their own days.
Yeah, because they're all going to be long. Not badly done, you all, but things will be at an end for today! After all, this salty breeze here is the enemy of my sideburns, and so I shall leave for now! What was with that? Completely unknown. Was that supposed to be some sort of parting word? Parting phrase? At any rate, I guess it's good he's gone?
And all that's left. Just give it a quick weakening with... Hey, Graham.
Yes, hot blood?
No.
Don't want a hot blood, okay.
I just want to lightly weaken him.
Yeah, right. Maximum brake with Lambda driver. Instinct on both of them. Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
Now dialogue.
To think that our final showdown would be on a tiny little island no one knows. This is the greatest, isn't it, Kasim? Get out of the way, Gowron. We have to keep moving here. As if I'd care about that. After all, I came here to slow you down. Oh, how hilarious this is. To think that this job I took out of boredom would learn into you again. Gowron? Don't get me wrong here, Kasim. After all, I've got no interest in how difficult or huge your mission is. I just want to enjoy this fight with you. That's all there is. You've never changed, have you? But even so, you've changed, Kasim. And what about that? No matter what may happen, I'm still me. I won't be led astray by your words anymore. That's right, Kasim. Even if things have changed a bit, you're still my beloved Kasim. With this, I can take you to hell with no regrets left. Shut up already, Gowron. You're the only one who'll be going to hell today. Oh, don't be like that, Kasim. I told you to shut up, Gowron. Maximum break. I can't stand your way of doing things. Punch straight through the barrier. Even amongst the former soldiers, it seems like you're the real deal. He relies on his Lambda driver too much. Hell, we can use the Lambda driver. Understood. I like the fins, but I don't think that they can compare to the Levitine's ponytail of energy.
Yeah.
As a cooler. Or as a radiator. I've got the image. I can do this. Go!
But the only other radiator that may surpass the Levitane is the Double X. In my opinion.
Yeah, because it's got quite the impressive radiator collection when it uses the satellite cannon. And Gowron just dies laughing. Not bad, Kasim. You may have gotten softer, but you've also gotten stronger, huh? Gowron. Well, if you thought I'd say that, you're completely wrong, Kasim! We're going to hell together! I refuse. Oh, come on, go along with it, Kasim. Keep on calling me Kasim. I'm fed up with it, bastard! Thank you. This was the greatest life!
So this is when they're doing that.
Is that the end of him? Sosuke? To me, he was nothing more than a single enemy. I don't need any sympathy. If you say that, then that's it. Gowron. Things won't go as you like. I'm no longer the Kasim that you knew. As I am now, I am Jindai High, Year 2 Class 4's Garbage Man, member of the Volunteer Club, Verse 7 of Mithril, Sosuke Sakura of Z Blue. We've confirmed that all enemies have been annihilated. Thanks to this our departure, to Lady Island will be slowed down by a fair bit. So that was Malcolm and Neocean's aim? How unfortunate, Tessa. Someone infiltrated our communication lines? Looks like he's sending it to all Z Blue units.
I'll be in trouble if you're surprised by such a small thing. After all, well, you and Mithra are supposed to be known as this world's top, aren't you? Top soldiers, aren't you? Are you a member of Amalgam? Exactly right. I've received the codename of Mr. AG. To begin with, allow me to earnestly applaud you for being able to take care of the squadron we sent to interfere. But thanks to that, we've been able to get rid of your lifeline here. Don't tell me. The transports you'd left at Lady Island have been destroyed by Amalgam's squadrons. With this, Sea Blue has no way of going to space. Are you saying that you don't care what happens to the world? Not at all. Well, but for both me and Neozeon, the Eternity Flat isn't such a bad thing. Why don't you all go ahead and just give up already? This twisted world isn't worth putting your lives on the line to defend, is it? Or can you still not understand it, Teresa? Well then, I guess I'll make you understand. Although it isn't a very nice method here. Look at all those gawks. Reinforcements? About this many numbers, even your prided submarine will have difficulty fighting. Be a good girl and surrender already, sister. Mr. Mardukas, Mr. Cullinan, retrieve all members of Z Blue. Aye, ma'am. All units, retreat to Tuatha De Danann. What are we gonna do, Tessa? For now, all we can do is follow Captain Testarosa's orders. Captain? And now... all units have retreated successfully. Well then... yes. Are you going to try and break through here? But I've already prepared a countermeasure for that. Leonard. Both we and this world. Things won't go the way you've thought. Everyone, to our positions! As of now, we're heading to to a yet unknown sea! Tsukaname! We're going! Yes. Tuatha De Danann! Full climb! Everyone, pattern down! Oh. No. All units have been confirmed locked down. There are no problems with Chidori Kaname's vital signs either. Maximum combat speed. Set all systems to Mode S. Hi, ma'am. Transferring to Mode S. With this, our ship will commence atmospheric exit. Let's go, Sosuke. Everyone. In order to protect this world. Scott Labs. Looks like it went well. With this, the Tuatha De Danann successfully departed to space. I suppose so. With two Whispered working together. There were two Whispered working out along with me, Cecil, and the Pudding Duke. It was a bit of a rush job, but it looks like we had more than enough time. Well then, go ahead and rendezvous with me over here. I need a couple of other people to finish with final checks here. Understood, Trya. I'm sure that the Pudding Duke may complain here, but he'll have to go along with things. I'm counting on you. Even for them, even if it's just them, it really is troublesome not having them around. I know. After all, we don't want to just sit back and watch this world end here. Now then... Professor Trya, all lines have been confirmed ready. We received word from the 21st Century Defense Corporation as well that there are no problems. All this, as long as we're able to get the core activated here, everything should be ready. Please note the odd person there up at the top. Do you recognize her?
Is that Nina?
No, it is not!
Is it an innovative version of Nina?
No, it's the original,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. She is the person who is the genetic donor for the Trinity siblings. Her name is Mina. And we've also got Billy Katagiri here. Hi, Billy. Good to see you're on the side of the heroes for once. But it truly is mysterious, isn't it? To think that we'd be able to make such a large-scale project carried out in utter secrecy. It's all thanks to Z Blue. They were able to let us move about in the shadows here. What is it, Professor? No, I was just thinking. You've got quite a nice voice, don't you? That's so good, Professor. After all, Billy's mine, isn't he? Mina? How cute. With this, we definitely can't afford to fail. All that's left is to bet on this.
One of the zones.
Crow. We'll be sure to do everything we can here. Just you wait, Esther. I'll be sure to save you too. Near Earth space. Tuatha De Danann, Lady Chapel. Skaname! Looks like it went well, huh, Tessa? Everything's thanks to you. What are you saying, Captain? After all, the Dun's victory is the Captain's job, isn't it?
Is Chidori? You remodeled the Tuatha De Danann for spaceflight?
I just served as an advisor for the plan that Tessa had thought up. And the ones who made it actually happen were Tessa and some genius scientists from around the world. We were afraid that something like this might happen, and so secretly remodeled our submarine to be a spaceship.
But why didn't you tell any of us about that?
Well, I mean, we didn't know if we'd be able to successfully escape the atmosphere, actually.
What? You didn't even test it?
Yes. Although we did have a little bit of time to spare, we didn't have enough time for full testing.
What, everyone? Did you not trust Tessa's modifications? That isn't it, but...
I understand everyone's worries, but even so... Oh, the Tuatha De Danann being able to escape the atmosphere was a final trump card for us. But... Mithril Z Blue... Oh, he looked down on both of us. And that's the reason we were able to get away. If that silver-haired guy really is Tessa's...
But what are you doing here, Chidori?
This is Lady Chapel. If I was to try and put it simply, this is like the Tuatha De Danann's heart. I fused with the ship here and was working on controlling some of the finer functions.
You can do stuff like that?
I did back during the sea-jacking incident too, you know. It was an urgent modification, and so we had to make sure that we'd have stuff ready in time. And so, I fused with the Dun here in order to make sure all the fine details were handled. It was pretty tough having to escape the atmosphere for the first time, though.
Chidori?
Alright, let's put a lid on all the rest of it. I already know what you're going to say, Sosuke. But even I want to do something here. After all, I know that despite all the danger the world's in, you and the others are doing everything they can. And after all, I'm not the sort of girl who just wants to be protected all the time, you know?
Thank you, Chidori.
Alright. Hearing that makes all of this worth it. So that's how it is, Miss Suzune. Please report to the school that I'll be working alongside the rest of the volunteer club here. Understood. Be sure to leave it to me. Alright then. Let's go, everyone. We're going to go stop Terrazimble and save the world!
Understood, Chidori. She helped out with the Tuatha De Danann's remodeling, fused with the ship, can even predict the future. What on earth is Chidori? She really is a singularity, isn't she?
Professor Traya, we're about to head off to the final battle here. This final plan that you left us. We'll be sure to make it work.
Unknown space.
Seal.
King. Z Blue has headed off to space. Who cares about it? After all, the fight against Arsenal is going to be nothing more than a sideshow. Then, of course, I'll be watching over it from a special seat. After all, that's the only reason I accepted such a boring job as watching over this paradise of yours. But depending on the situation, I might send a couple of sparks in there. No matter what may happen here, the prisoner time's going to be finished. After that, we can take all our time to clear up the intruders. Understood. We shall pray for your safety. Forget about it. After all, I don't intend to fight here. Well, I guess I also am your representative. Here, just think of it that way. Be a bit easy. Where is he going? What is the status of the Federation fleet? It's currently under Saga Cerrone's command, but it looks as though they're waiting to see what Z Blue does first. What? Are you dissatisfied? No. This is our Chronos mission. We've carried out the job entrusted to us by our ancestors, and must watch over humanity's evolution. Do you truly believe that that is the right thing to do? After all, the lessons that I had heard from the past are very different than that. You're from the Reformists. My name is Advent, and I've been doing everything I can to watch over humanity's evolution. Now that Julius Schoenberg and Elgin Roddick are gone, that means that you truly are the top of the Reformationists. I don't care if you take it like that. Conservatives and the Reformationists. Which one of the two fragments of Chrono here will have will be able to be the true representative? The answer to that will come very soon, courtesy of Z Blue and Char Aznable. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut here. Tomorrow we'll be back and we'll try to get through both of the two parts, as we're going to have a couple of chapters here. Next up should be Char Aznable's Truth and Beyond the Time.
Which is why we're going to stop here and try to do those both.
Yes. Because Beyond the Time ends really, really, really beautifully. I really appreciated the way they finished that chapter. So, I hope you all have been enjoying this, as we have just 4 or 5 chapters left until the end here. So, hope you've enjoyed this, and we will see you tomorrow. See you!
See you.